Who is thinking about you right now? Who are they? Who is thinking about you right now? Remember, not all readings will resonate with every member of the collective. All right, we have an Ace of Diamonds and a Seven of Clubs. Okay, whoever this is with the Ace of Diamonds here, and no, these cards should not be directly related to the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot. The Ace of Diamonds here could, yes, definitely represent a new beginning of some kind. Definitely could represent finances. It can represent a ring, a proposition, but this could also suggest an engagement, news, a letter, a message, invitation, some type of documents or new beginning. It could also have to do with some type of diagnosis, a prescription that has to be made. The Seven of Clubs, this has to do with changes in business, physical changes, mental work, home repairs, attention to details of some type of careful evaluation of a situation. Somebody's keeping busy even though they have to relax. So somebody here is considering an agreement. Whoever is thinking about you, they're considering a new approach to a situation. They're thinking about writing you a message. They're thinking about a new beginning with you, but they really want to kind of analyze the situation before they make changes. This person works a lot. They're an overworker, and I just picked up the Eight of Clubs. And no, this isn't directly associated with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Clubs is the worker's card. All things work. This person, and I just got the Two of Hearts. Okay, so this person met you in a work environment of some kind, and we've got the King of Swords. Okay, so that's as far as we're going to go with that, and the Jack of Clubs and the Nine of Spades. So basically what it looks like is that you have a man that's coming back into your life. Someone that you had finished things with, someone where things didn't go that well. And you might even choose to go that route with them again, but they're kind of thinking about coming to the table and actually having some kind of interaction with you. What's the advice here? Actually, whoa, and this just jumped out of the pile. The Starborn. So this is what's interesting to me. We just pulled the Starborn card. It actually flipped over itself, the Starborn card. And this is all about cosmic connection. This is about destiny, purpose. This is about having immense spiritual energy. This is about power, spiritual power, and deep connection to source. Whomever this reading is about, the person that's thinking about them perceives them as having a direct connection to the cosmos. They see you as being an extremely special person. And something happened here, and I don't see like a massive argument, but this person, when they think about you, they're feeling very upset. They're feeling very heartbroken. They're feeling almost physically ill by this disconnect right now. They're kind of in a situation where they are kind of obligated to other things, and as a result, they can't really move forward with you at this time because they are consumed with other issues. They feel like a failure. There's been some kind of potential accident in their life. So this person's thinking about you, and where does this leave the future here? Where does this leave the future? In addition to that, if this isn't a love reading, because Two of Hearts doesn't always have to do with love, we've got the Starborn card here suggesting a destined, fateful event. Somebody's in grief. They're overworking themselves. They want to message you and proposition a new beginning. So what happened here? Okay, so we had this card yesterday, the Lovers in the past, but this time it's up in another direction. The challenge is death. This person is in sadness right now. They're really mourning something. This relationship, the decision that was made may not have been the right one. The outcome of this situation doesn't seem very positive right now. This person, whoever's thinking about you, is in a huge sense of depression. Okay, so basically, somebody was involved in some type of romantic situation. There was a lot of selfish motivations for that connection. And right now, this person is having a lot of trouble with the idea that in life things sometimes end and you have to let go of certain aspects of yourself so that you can transform and welcome in something that's more authentic into one's life. The thing that's going in this person's favor is that they need to take time and reflect on who they are and what motivates them. So when they're thinking about you, they're really questioning what their motives were and what your motives with them were. And for some reason, they've got a lot of personal development to go through. And as a result, it has kind of prevented this connection from flourishing. They needed to develop in other areas of their life, specifically where their intentions are concerned. And as a result, things didn't manifest the way that they would have hoped. And that's what's kind of forcing them to rethink the situation. Now, the future with this person is they've become very greedy. They've become very introverted. They've isolated themselves. And as a survival technique in their life, everything that they do is motivated by their own personal sense of self-gratification. They're not really interested in sharing. Internally, this person who's thinking about you is kind of stagnating a little bit. They're feeling very pessimistic and they're feeling depressed and they don't really want to move forward. They don't want to pick up the fight, but they're going to have to. And unfortunately, because they're not really reflecting on events appropriately, they're not moving forward in a manner where they're thinking things through. This is actually very depressing to see because it's almost like something could have changed here for the better, because obviously this person is thinking about you. They want to start new, but there is just they're in a lot of pain. So we have this stone here. The advice of this reading is to just stay put. If you are the person that is the target of this person's affections, disruption, and sadness, your responsibility here, not necessarily a responsibility, but your job is to not allow their current phase of reflection to negatively affect how you function and what you do in your day-to-day. Because a long time ago, I got into an argument with somebody that I was dating, and I took off that day and I went on this vicious, long, crazy circle, and I eventually came right back to the person in my life who was functioning like an anchor. So the suggestion for you is to continue being a strong, willful female, and I'll get into the detail about her characteristics. But what is she supposed to do? Okay, so this person is involved with, this male is younger. This king of spades is younger, and here he is again. Okay, so this individual here is in a great deal of pain. There is nothing but pain here. It's just sorrowful, but we get the 10 of hearts. So the advice is to stay the course and remain strong and stable while this person is undergoing this level of torment. Because as they go through self-reflection and they go through chaos and they go through the ups and downs of how they're feeling and their emotions, eventually your ability to remain strong and steady will bring them back to the center. In addition to this, with this Jack of Clubs, this could suggest that there is a younger person, a younger male, like a son involved in the situation. But because I had originally pulled it beside the king, it suggests to me a king having left and then coming back into the situation and coming to a home life that has already been established prior to things kind of not working out the way that we would have wanted. And then, then all of a sudden it changes, where we have a couple changing their energy, trying to work on things, getting involved, getting ready to do the hard work in a relationship. So there's some changes happening, and whoever it is that's thinking about you, they're coming back into the picture, and there's a strong connection there in the past and moving into the future that's almost kismet.